Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're doing good. And after driving the Honda CB Unicorn for a couple of years, the comfort and smoothness king, I felt I needed a 200cc vehicle, and here's the bike which I decided to buy, the Pulsar 200RS. Actually, I was in a dilemma between the KTM Duke 200 and the RC 200, and of course this, but I needed a fully firing vehicle, so I decided the RS 200. So, and considering about RC, I don't think RC is meant for city driving. It gives you back pains and back problems like for driving in the city. So but this is an hybrid bike, hybrid seating position, so it's meant for touring as well as it's very comfortable in city driving too. Here it is, just have a look at it. And this the yellow color. Let's look at it at the front. One sec. And here it is. Let me tell you, the DRLs, that's the daytime running lights, really attract people. It's an really good looking bike. It's actually based on the design of Transformers. It's like the DRLs are the eyebrows and the two projector headlamps are the eyes. And this is a non-ABS version because I don't do much touring but in city, so I decided to buy the non-ABS. But if you're planning for touring and long drives, I suggest to buy the ABS version for safety reasons. And RS stands for Raceport, 200 Raceport. Yeah, and let me tell you about the body and the vibrations. Like if you are looking for a very perfect fit and with a bit less vibrations and perfect fitting everywhere, I suggest you don't buy 200RS because the finishing is not as much as I expected, but the Duke 200 has that, and of course it's the KTM. So you see the finishing here, considering here and here, I don't think the finishing has not been so much done in this Pulsar, neither in any of the Pulsars. So you want a complete perfect finish, I don't suggest to buy Pulsar 200. Actually initially when I bought it, I had lots of vibrations, like some body parts, especially this parts where it was not fitted properly, so I had to take it to the service center and he tightened and he adjusted to me, but now I don't face any vibration problems. And and this is the triple spark DTSI engine, 200cc, and this has 24.5 bhp and 19.6 mm torque, that is at 9500 rpm. Yeah, and one more something importantly, the ABS, it's a single channel ABS, so you don't get the ABS on the rear. So in the sense, like you apply brakes hardly in the ABS version, only your front tires will get benefited. So keep that in mind, because I don't drive so far, so I don't think I needed an ABS version. This is 300 mm front disc and the tubeless tires. And also talking about the stickering part, I think Bajaj has done a bit too much, but it's all perspective. I kind of liked it personally, so it's all perspective, so it's up to you whether you like the design or not. And here's a radiator. Let me on. That's the radiator. Like in the cities, like the engine heat all gets, it runs, you can hear the sound when you drive in the city. Yeah, and all the indicators are LED, like it's featured in the Duke 200, so it gives you a good it gives a good clarity even in the fog and all that. I'll show you the light. And there's not much difference between the Pulsar 200RS and the Duke 200. Like, many people are confused between the Duke and the RC, of course, and RS. So the non-ABS version costed me around 1.44 lakhs in Bangalore, and the ABS version costs around 1.59 lakhs. That's almost 1.6 with all accessory stuff if you want to put. And the Duke 200 cost 1,69,000. So the difference between Duke 200 and the Pulsar 200 is around 9,000, 10,000 rupees. So you better make your proper decision. That's the naked body style, and this is the fully fat. Actually, the vehicle was supposed to be named 200FF, that is fully fat. I asked in Bajaj, but then after some things they named it as RS. So it's a fully fat vehicle, and all the parts are made up of fiber, not metal. I'll see the sound. Yeah, and of course the logo, see. The recent ones have this black coated around the Pulsar logo. It's really good. And my bike is around a month old. Yeah, I'll tell you my experience. First, let's look at around the bike. Here's the rear pedal. It's sensitive, it's good, it's strong enough. And the exhaust, the footrest, the rear discs. Yes, the rear disc is 230 mm. So yeah, and of course the back is also tubeless. And the back lights, like he could have shaped it in, like, it could have been like the 200NS, like probably they wanted a new style, or maybe probably in the full fairing they wanted it different. But it's also perspective. You like that, you can have it, but or else just ignore it. Of course the guard, here's the footrest, and the chain is really solid. And let's go to the dashboard. Are you guys, just 1 second. I hope you guys are able to see it. Here's the neutral light and the battery. That's the engine temperature. 1 second, I'll get the focus. Yeah, engine temperature, engine oil, and here's the malfunction. Like, there are around 16 sensors in this vehicle. For example, I'll explain you one sensor. Like, yeah, like you can't replace any parts in this. Like, it's controlled by the ECU. So you try putting a different part or a different any spare parts, like the vehicle doesn't actually function. So that's one of the sensors. Like, it needs to be authorized by Bajaj. Yeah, and one more sensor, like the bike like you're driving and the bike falls down or something, like the sensor gets activated and both the brakes get slogged. So the vehicle cannot be taken or be pushed by anyone. So it's actually for security purpose, for the safety and security of the bike. That's one more sensor, and it has a couple of sensors. I'll make sure to explain you all of them in the upcoming video. And this Bajaj logo always keeps running all the time. Here's the RPM meter and the fuel, the side stand indicator, time, speed, odo. Like, I've gone 843 kilometers. And guys, make sure, like, when you buy Pulsar 200RS, or I guess any other bike, like this bike, you must maintain at a speed of 50 or maximum 60 till 2000 kilometers. It may be really annoying, but for the engine life of your bike, just maintain between 50 to 60 for 2000 kilometers. That is, first gear you have to drive up to till 10 to 12, second gear is 20, and third gear is 25, fourth gear is 33, and 33 to 35, fifth gear is 40, and after you cross 40 you're supposed to be in the sixth gear, and maintain it till 50 or 55, and especially the first 500 kilometers don't even cross 50, like it's just for your engine life. Yeah, and one more sensor, the side stand. When the side stand is on and when the vehicle is in gear, I'll just show you. When the vehicle is in first gear, 1 second, it's in gear, and see the side stand is on. The vehicle won't start by pressing clutch also. Wait, just sorry, why did I put it in gear? No, sorry, yeah. See, now it's in gear. I'm pressing the clutch and like, how do I do this? Yeah, see, I'm starting it. The vehicle won't. Are you able to guys see it? See, the vehicle won't start. So this is also one of the sensors which I told you about. Like with the side stand, the vehicle won't start. That's one of the sensors. There are many very good sensors, and the vehicle is fully loaded with features. Let me just put it in neutral. Yeah, and here's the RPM limit. Like when you touch around 9 to 10,000, it blinks, so just tells you to change to next gear. And yeah guys, also make sure make sure to maintain within 5000 RPM for the first 2000 kilometers. And yeah, and of course the mileage part, like before the first service I was getting around 37, and after the first service I'm getting around 38 to 39, at driving of course at speeds of 50 and maximum 60. Like only while overtaking you can just raise the throttle a bit, but don't keep it continuously for above 50, like maintain it within 50. And here's the engine kill switch. You off and whole dashboard gets off, you can't even start it, so it's easy in traffic signals to off and on the vehicles. And yeah, and here are this is the daytime running lamp, like the switch, and this is the one headlight, the low beam, and you want both the projector lamps and high beam. So let me show the front view with the headlights. Yeah, it really attracts people. Like when I drive, everyone sees me on the bike. It's really good, especially at nights. Yeah. Yeah, and the mirrors are, it's quite practical. This also can be moved, like you're going between two buses, so you can just move this like this. It's a useful feature in this bike. This too. And here's the visor. Yeah, and let me tell you the button features. Like, wait 1 second guys. Here's the mode and here's the set. Like when I press mode, Odo, trip 1, and here's trip 2. So this has 2 trip meters. And let me just show you setting up one. Like you want to reset it, like just go to the trip you want to reset. Say I want to reset trip 2, and here's set button. Like press it for 5 seconds. See, I'm start pressing it. So 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, see, it turns to 0. So this is how you reset the trip meter. Let me put it back into the Odo. Yeah, and the fuel, yeah, like this reading is not so accurate. Like when you put it in the side stand, it shows the 1 bar. It shows a plus or minus 1 bar, so it basically shows minus 1 bar. So like to measure the fuel, like always remove this side stand and then hold the bike steady and then see how much fuel you have. And the way to check mileages, the way I checked this, I filled the tank, drove around 110 kilometers, and then again refueled the tank. then just divided the 100 kilometers by the fuel consumed, and I got the mileage around 39. So the 39 almost around 40. So I guess for a 200cc bike that's really good, and I hope it maintains it. Wait, let me off the headlights. Battery drains. Yeah. So all just maintain the speed up to 2000 kilometers, such that your mileage also maintains. And the petrol tank, let me show you. It's easy and nice to open too. Like, this is not the pull-up type. Like this, just open, close, and give it a lock. So it's this part doesn't come off. Like, it's a bit annoying in the other bikes I've tried. So the holding it on one hand, and so it's just slide up type. And of course the stickering design are very comfortable, and the seating position is also comfortable. And sitting above the pavilion ride, I don't think it's too comfortable. Like, maybe it's just for friends, but not for maybe mom, dad, or elderly people. It's uncomfortable. And yeah, and the holding, like, many people have confusions where to hold. You have to hold it here, like this. Like, I can't show you, but while sitting you have to hold this side, and it's stable. And like, I heard these are very vibrating, but it's not. It's strong enough, so that's a good thing. Yeah, and every 500 kilometers, like, you have to just lubricate your chain and stuff. And here's the monoshocks and the brake oil, the rad brake oil. Yeah, and the front brakes are like very strong, so be very careful when you apply it. Use just a one finger, and first start applying the back, not the front. So if you apply front immediately, let me tell you, it immediately gives a jerk. It causes a big shock in your body. So first, while driving, even at 40 speeds, like, apply the back brake first, and then slowly apply the front. So because this is not a non-ABS version, I don't know about the ABS version, but if you're planning to buy a non-ABS version, be careful while applying front brakes. Like, if you are expertise, then go for a non-ABS, or else you need an ABS. The disc oil, and of course, like, how can you not hear the sound? Now I keep the key. And this is a fun bike to drive, but you really want to enjoy the drive, like a very fun ride. I suggest you go for the Duke 200 because it's a naked body, and I have drive the Duke 200. That's more fun to ride than 200RS, but it's very speedy, so be careful while driving the Duke. But you want to have control on your bike and maintain and go drive at very known, like, have control on your bike, you better go for 200RS. And the maximum speed limit of this bike is 145. I've not driven, but I've checked some videos on YouTube. So 145 to 150, it's a very good speed. And let me tell you, I own a Yamaha RX 135 also. Like, after driving that and this, like, like how the RX is, so that all this RS also is, it's very powerful. Like, it's very nice to drive, like the RX 135. I own it, so I'm telling you, so I'm sure you won't regret buying it. And yeah, guys, one more, like, don't use much of clutch. Like, when I initially bought the bike, the radiator used to start very fast. So I was like, why was this? Then I went to Bajaj, and he was like, don't use much of clutch because it damages the clutch plate and the radiator, and the engine becomes hot. So don't use much of clutch. Like, when a hump comes, like, don't immediately apply the clutch. Maybe 200-300 meters away itself, go near. Don't worry, like, even if the vehicle is in 6th gear, like, just leave the clutch, and even in 20 speed the vehicle doesn't off. Like, when you're about to rise in the hump, that time apply the clutch and change the gears, and trust me, your clutch plate will have a good life on that. Guys, here's the sound. sorry. It's really nice to hear. Yeah, and that's my RX. Yeah, let's just continue on the review. Sorry for the gap. Yeah, this is where you can store all it. Here's the tools. Let me get the focus properly. Yeah. Here's where you keep the tools, and they provide like there's only one. Let me show you also. Just a second. Yeah, these are the tools they provide. This is the star screwdriver. And one second, sorry. Yeah, this is used for adjusting the mirrors. Like, let me show it to you. Like, you fix it here and then just loose it up, move this and then just tighten it. So there are many such more tools. Probably you won't be using this vehicle is good and new. I'll keep it inside. I just kept it inside, and here's the battery charger and the ECU part. So like while washing, don't keep the seat open, it's very costly. So, and don't keep anything on this, because it, when you take it for long drives or even in the city, like it tries to release the heat, and if you try to block something, it might probably cause an issue. So make sure nothing is touching it or blocking it. Just make sure, see, the gap is there so that all air can circulate properly. And here's where I keep my documents, and it's very easy to lock and open also. Like, so just need to keep it, and that's it. It's locked. I'll just take out the key, and and anything, I don't think there's much to explain. Like, you just need to experience this bike. And the Bajaj people were kind to me when I bought this bike. The person called Stephen, like, he really explained me a lot in Kivraj. So they were kind, and I guess this is a maintenance. This not of much maintenance. It's just like the other Bajaj products, but I mean the Bajaj bikes. So that's also a good thing. And make sure you give the vehicle, if you're buying it, like, make sure to give the service at 500 and every 4,000 kilometers for a service. And you want to drive or even more funner ride, the Duke 200. And if you're going for always for touring and tourists, the RC. And if you want a mix of both, here it is, the RS 200. So think about it. And yeah, of course the horn, like, as the horn and the indicators also. It's nice to look at the track. And see, there goes one Duke there. Yeah guys, so let me just comment below, like, you have any questions or something, please let me know. I'm sure to answer that. And yeah, make sure to stay tuned. Like, I'm very sure soon to post a video about the Duke 200 also. Just my friend has a bike, like, I've driven it, so I can surely explain you that. So just test drive this bike, guys. Like, it's really good, very fun to drive, and I guess it's a very decent package. So go for it. And any queries, so just comment below. Okay guys, thank you. Meet you in the next video. Bye, take care. Let's also just go for a small drive, and let me show you, like, first the start, and the sound is, the engine really likes to rev. Yeah, now let's just go. Actually, I don't face any vibrations like how other customers tell. It's really smooth, because I've driven the Honda Unicorn, so I know about smoothness. So this vehicle is not much of vibrations like how people tell. It is smooth. See, and the pickup is also really good, and there are no this gas sounds and all, like the top sound which comes in some of the bikes. No chain sounds. It's smooth. Of course, it's a new vehicle, but I'll keep you updated, like if I get any problems too. And yeah, and there's also compartment to this small compartment to just keep your small stuff. I forgot to show you that. See, there's the small place, like you could keep some small documents or something there. I forgot to show you before. So just let's just go stop it there. And the mirrors are good, not so practical, but it is good. First apply the back brakes, so that's very importantly keep in mind. And this bike doesn't have a center stand, of course, so this just has a side stand, so that's also one thing I need to mention. Yeah, no, let's just go back.